So we start an open source research and development lab that brings these technologies out. I've got a computer disk with hundreds of pages of confiscated patents related to this that go back 100 years. That was given to me by a CIA contact. But you've got to have a lab build these things up. But we have it. But you're talking now, not crowdfunding. I think we crowdfunded $900,000 for Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, and the distributor won't pay for any of the publicity either. So we had to pay for the production and the publicity. And so we used up all that money, but I don't have enough ability to get tens of millions of dollars put together to start a serious high energy physics research and development program. That's going to be way beyond my capability as a retired doctor. I don't have that ability.
There'd be some people out there, though, that would be in alliance with your mission and truth. And I think they're coming out in spades more and more, whether they're even, because again, it's that blending of science and spirituality. And so it's like, whether they're someone like that works more on the bio-farming, biohacking, like you name it. There's people that I feel that there'd be people that would be willing to get behind this. And so what that leads to is a question of like, what's the tipping point? Like, what's that point in time where this becomes mainstream, believed, and a real thing in this world instead of just speculation, curiosity?
It should have happened decades ago. And I was sitting at Senator Barry Goldwater's house, who lived right near you in Paradise Valley back in the 90s. He was the senior senator Republican from Arizona who ran in 1964 for president. And when I was at his home, he was in his 80s and retired, and he told me some amazing stories. And he said, excuse my language, he said it was a goddamn mistake then and a goddamn mistake now that this was ever kept secret. But when he tried to find out about it, because he had heard rumors about this subject through Air Force buddies, he was a general in the Air Force Reserves. He turned to General Curtis LeMay, who was in charge, the chief of staff of the Air Force back then. And General LeMay, this is from Barry Goldwater's lips to my ears, turned to Curtis LeMay turned to Barry Goldwater and said, "God damn it, Barry, I can't even get into that area anymore. And if you ever ask me about this again, I will personally see that you are court-martialed out of the Air Force." This to a senior U.S. senator. Now that, people hearing what I just said, think about who Senator Goldwater was. Google him if you don't remember your history books. I met with this man. He says absolutely he was denied access, even though he was head of the Republican Party, ran for president, lost at Lyndon Johnson, and was a senior senator on armed services and all these, and was a general in the Air Force Reserves. Didn't matter. And he had a very close relationship with General LeMay, who unfortunately became famous for recommending that we drop nuclear weapons in Vietnam, which we didn't, thankfully. But my point is that even General LeMay, at a certain point, got denied access to these projects. That is how wrapped up this is. I have a beautiful letter from Senator Goldwater, hoping that we can succeed in doing this. But he was not able to penetrate that system, even given his bona fides.
How do you get access to this information and these people? It's
sort of mysterious how it happens. But I think part of it is that people know that I'm a very serious person about this. I have the largest archive in the world. I don't trade in internet rumors. I only talk about actionable intelligence from direct sources, not secondhand, third-hand, fourth-hand. And it's very hard to do that because the rumor mill on this subject is rumors of rumors of rumors. And that's what most programming and internet and shows are usually. And I kind of steer clear of that because I can't afford that. And that's why, I've been invited to meet with a lot of world leaders and ministers of defense and people. And then the military and intelligence and corporate people who are in these classified projects continue every week or two. There's a new one who reaches out to me. Most of them are terrified to come out publicly. But if you go to my YouTube channel, you can drop a link. I have something like 70 of these top secret people's testimonies on my YouTube channel.